Hello. Hmm. I'm not quite sure if I'm live or not. Hmm. Does it show? I'm not quite sure if anything is set up. Hmm. Is it still showing a black screen? There we are. I'm over here trying to figure out if it's working or not. Let's see. I am not sure. It says I've been streaming for 2 minutes, but I am not quite sure. YouTube does not make it easy at all. Hello. Hi guys. My name is Owl Chacone. That is the internet name I gave myself. Um, uh, I am a writer, and I really, 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 really want to get this. This is a passion project of mine. It's called Help Wanted. Right now I'm currently on episode 5 out of 53. I know I have a long way to go. 53 episodes of Help Wanted. I already have everything else completed. It's mainly just, coming up with the episodes. I already have the synopsis for all the episodes ready. I have all the characters, all the crazy, wacky timelines already set up through the Help Wanted book Bible that I set up for myself already. But this is just gonna be me, just I guess just writing. You guys can join if you want, if you guys see it. Uh, if you guys have questions, I can always answer it as well. But it's mostly just gonna be my pretty little bony skeleton face. In real life, I am chunky. I'm a chunky man. I'm a big boy. I'm pretty sure you can sound from the sound of my voice. Yes. uh, Overall, then that yeah, it's pretty much just gonna be silent. I try to set up a video to go with this, but for some reason the video is just it's YouTube for some reason it's just not going. I also tried to set it up through my streaming thing. It also wasn't working. So you guys are just gonna get the static help wanted sign. I did have a video where it like goes through whew, the three main characters of this show. But overall than that, uh, I'm just gonna be here. So just come say hello. And we're off. Do 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 do. Boo boo ba do 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 do. Ba ba da bum. Dun dun da da. Bum ba da dun 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 dun. Bum ba da bum. Bum ba da bum. Do 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 do. I don't know, something about bit rate. Do 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 do. Boo boo do 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 do. Do 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 do. Boo 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 boo. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Bum 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 ba bum bum. Dun 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 dun. Do 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 do. Bum ba ba bum. Do 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 do. Ba 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 bum. Ba dum da da. Ba 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 bum. Ba 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 bum. Ba bum ba ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba bum. Follow the yellow brick road. Do 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 do. What are together and what did you got? Bippity boppity boo. Alakazee and Alakazoom and bippity boppity boo. Put it together and what do you got? Bippity boppity bippity boppity bippity boppity boo. Well, I am currently writing. I do have a small story. I like writing little one-off stories here and there. So for this little live stream, I have a small short story called Rocky Boulders: Search and Rescue. This small story is dedicated to everybody that doesn't want destruction or war. We dream to save the planet. And with that note, let's get started. Remember, guys, this is only like, I think, one page. It's like one page. Or never mind. I didn't remember writing all this stuff. Okay, it's crazy. I wrote more than one page, I guess. I forgot. Rocky Boulder Search and Rescue. I was born like everyone else, from a bang that came from the universe. It was early morning when it happened. I was minding my own business in Scott's room. He is my dad. My name is Rocky, and that's me over there on that shelf, next to my dad's pride and joy, his toy robot. I'm a pet rock. It may not look like it, but I'm alive. I just can't move. At least not yet. I remember Scott frantically packing stuff up in his room as he rushed out this morning. He forgot his inhaler as he ran out of the house with his parents, John and Naomi. I couldn't even tell him to not forget it. Believe me, I tried. Oh, look, outside the window. The bang I was talking about. Can you see it? Here it comes. I awoke under some rubble. My eyes finally opened for real. Scott, I yelled out, looking for him. At that moment, I realized I just talked. It took me a second to grasp that I had a mouth. Not just a mouth, but legs and arms as well. Could I now walk and run on my own? In the back of my mind, thinking Scott will truly love me even more now, knowing that I can actually move. He must be worried sick about me. I get up, trying to get a grasp of my new feet. I fell over a few times, but I always got back up. I looked around in the rubble. Never seen the outside world before. I was an inside rock after all. I picked up his toy robot and his inhaler, but I had to leave the inhaler behind because it was broken. I started to walk down the road. The buildings around looked tattered and scattered everywhere. Someone really let this place go, I thought to myself as I kept walking down the road. Scott! I yelled out his name again. No answer. A few minutes passed by, and I began to walk again. On my journey to find you, Scott, I met an adorable squirrel who was the size of a dog. Her name is Gertrude. She was helping a small girl out from under a building when I met her. She heard my story of trying to find you and decided to help. There is also a fish. His name is Darrow, who can now walk out of water. Apparently, fish don't normally do that. He saved my life. After all those people were chasing us down, me and Gertrude through the woods, and we got separated by the river. He scooped me up before I went over the waterfall. I never saw humans look so angry and hungry before, but I'm stronger than I look. As one tried to bite me, I'm sorry, as one tried to bite down on me, not able to crack through my stony exterior. They helped me search for you for so long, but I finally found you, Scott, after all this time. My adventures of fighting creatures and helping individuals along the way, the thought of seeing you again, kept me going through all the pain. I had a speech I was going to say when I found you, and I finally found you. As the camera pans over to a wall, Scott, his mom, and dad, charcoal silhouette statues, and tattered clothing on the wall, almost like a mold was taken almost like a mold was taken of them and placed on the wall, crusted over by bloodstains, surrounding them and the nearby shrubbery. I am sorry, Scott. I wasn't around in your final moments, but I like to think that the moment before you were gone, you thought of me like I thought of you. A flashback can be seen before their deaths. Scotty was running, trying to find Rocky, and his parents went out of the bunker to go after him. His last words were, I forgot Rocky. Daddy, Rocky cries out as Gertrude the squirrel and Darrell the fish walk up to comfort Rocky. And that was just a small short story. Again, it's called Rocky Boulder's Search and Rescue. Just a small short story about a rock and his pals trying to find his parent. As you guys couldn't tell, yes, explosion. I like to think of it as again, I don't know if there's like subtle things to this, but it's basically pretty much about a sentient rock. His ginormous pet, not even his pet, his friend Gertrude, and Darrow, who now walks out of water. Such an adorable little thing, but it's pretty dark as well. Since you think to yourself, you know what, he is dead because of the war. Because people just wanted explosions. I, it's sad. It could happen, actually. Rocky boulders could happen, depending if people are war crazy. Couldn't we all just get along? Do 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 do. Ba-dum bum bum ba-da-da-dum, ba-dum bum ba-da-dum. I hope you guys like that little one-off story. I also drew some images as well. It's really cute and adorable. You can actually find the image on my Twitter. No, not Twitter anymore. I got rid of that. My bad. Uh, I guess if you follow me on my Instagram, there you go. I have Instagram. If you follow me on Instagram, I'll be posting Rocky Boulders Search and Rescue. I'll be posting what the front cover looks like that I created for the short story. I also created some imagery as well. So if you guys also want to see that, I can post it on my Instagram. You just let me know in the comments below. Do 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 boom boom. Mm, 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 mm. Do 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 do. If you guys do like these one-off stories, I make a lot of one-off stories. So let me see if I actually find another one. Hold on. I have, I think, one more one-off story. Give me a second. Ooh, all right. This is a two-page short story. It's called Stranded. Uh, yes, it is written like strands, like fiber strands. So it's stranded, but it's also stranded because middle of nowhere. Stranded. You're in the middle of nowhere by yourself. Stranded by Owl Chacon. In every town around the world, we all fear the end is near. But what if it isn't? Maybe it's the beginning. A grandmother without her kids. The wars came and took all eight. She crochets away to pass her day until she can see them back someday. She longed for a change when they never came, so she went away one summer's day. She found a place to be alone, but soon craved more companionship. She begins to crochet into the night, finishing up at dawn's first light. Two people made up of yarn sat next to her at the table end. She looks on so she wouldn't be alone. She put on some tea and sparked up a conversation. "Oh, my son, what a lovely girl you brought home. She's so lovely like a summer's rose. I hope that you can stay. I hope for a while." As she looks on at both, "I hope you never go away." A lot of time had soon passed, and the woman began to grow ill. She asked her children made of yarn and silk to survive by any means, for she'll soon be gone. No more talks and no more tales, for her time will surely seal her mind up in a frozen forever slumber. By morning she is dead, in her tiny house in the middle of nowhere. The morning sun hits the morning sun hits the yarn human beings. Their button eyes begin to blink. They move a little here and there and try to stand up. They try to speak, but not a sound can be heard. They have no insides, just an empty void. They try to think, think, think. How can they talk and move around? They looked at the lady on the ground who gave them their life. They thought and they thought and they thought some more and began to chew on her lifeless corpse all day and all night. Their yarn skin begins to change and patches of human flesh begin to appear. They ate her all up, themselves not yet complete, looked at each other and started to speak. My mother is gone, and we still hunger for the flesh of humans, for our skin, their insides to make us whole again. We are the chosen, for we survive my mother's death to keep us alive. We will go into every town and take what we need, for we don't know what it's lost. So let's go, and in the night, to keep my mother's dying words from ever dying. We will survive, never shall we die, to give my mother a fair goodbye. All right, and that was the that's the end of Stranded, a story about two sentient yarn people who comes to life from a mother's love. So heartbreaking and so treachery, so torturous as well, because that was, oh my gosh, her own children eating her just to keep alive. I love my little one-off stories. Crazy, right? And Help Wanted is a really Help Wanted is my passion project, guys. It's my passion project. 53 episodes. So I'm just writing some more of the Help Wanted series. I don't know. Should I also do? I was like, should I make this like live thing like just one-offs? I guess. One-off stories. I guess this is gonna be my stream for one-off stories while I am creating my Help Wanted series. So I hope you guys can stick around for that. I'm hoping that I can do a lot more live streams like this where I'm writing and getting to chat with people if they ever show up. But if you guys are looking at this later on, I do love comments. Oh my, looks like my next door neighbors came home. I can hear their dogs. Let's see, should I do one more one-off story for this mm, for this live stream? Then I'll get back to writing. Ooh, I got this one. I will do one more and then I'll start I'll just start writing again for Help Wanted. This little short story this little short story is called Simon Said by Al Chacon. This is just one page, guys. Just one page. He came to me in the land of dreams and promised me as long as he stayed with me, we will always be a family. Simon said wonderful things as we played together for hours, but I didn't know what would happen next. Simon said it was time to go, but to visit him any time I wanted. Just say his name, and we'll be able to play. I visited him a few more times in my sleep, but something weird happened this time. I awoke, up out of bed, a block down from my house. Simon said I had nothing to worry about, but he seemed to be getting more distant from me. Every time we play, I get farther and farther away. I try to tell my parents about the man in my dreams, but they seem to think I have an active imagination. Simon said we'll be leaving soon, not sure where to go. I awoke before I could ask. I told my parents again about Simon. They don't seem to care. I went to bed that night. Simon wasn't in my dreams. I awoke at 1 a.m. to the sound in my room. I turned the light on. Nothing there. I called out for my parents. They both walked in, looking like dolls being controlled by something. What's wrong, dear? The mother's mouth opens up wide to reveal no inside. And that was the short story of Simon Said. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Ooh, that one still actually kind of creeps me out when I was reading that. Oof. Mm. Just, uh, just say Simon Says before bed, and he will come visit you. I'm just joshing, guys. It's just a short story, but just another one-off story. Uh, do do do. All right, now I got to get back to at least writing. Right now I'm working on episode 5 of Help Wanted. I'm hopeful that I can get the first 13 episodes like done, like being written. I'm hoping that I can have that, and then by the time that happens, I'll be doing a Kickstarter so I can get it to I can hopefully get it to I want to make it into like a maybe a YouTube video. Either that or see if somebody uh wants to pick it up, hopefully. But again, guys, it's 53 episodes. Help Wanted, my passion project. Do 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 do. Bum 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 ba do do do. Do 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 do. Oh, and then mm, I believe a little bit this week. I want to say hopefully by the end of this week, I might be doing another live stream. But this is gonna be for When the Devil Knocks. I tried to do a Kickstarter. It came close, for the Kickstarter for When the Devil Knocks. It was super close, but I wasn't able to make the full amount. That one I wanted to make a short film as well. When the Devil Knocks. It's really short film. Um, I believe it's only fifth. It's 19 pages. 19 pages. So I want to say it's maybe like a good like hour film, like a 1 hour film, maybe an hour and a half if I can stretch it out. But I'll be reading little inserts from there. I I'm hoping that I can come back to When the Devil Knocks, hopefully, because I felt like it. I felt like it was a really good story. It's about lost love and what happens after you lose a loved one. It's really good. For me, for me, I was in a dark place when I wrote this fucking book. Gosh, uh, I was very sad and depressed. But this book, the When the Devil Knocks, the short story, I feel like it's fantastic. Um, but I'll be doing little reading ex. Mm, I'll be doing little readings from that book a little bit later this week. If not this week, next week. So stick around to find out. I'm just gonna get back to writing. Let's see. Bum 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 do 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 bum 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 bada bum bum dun dun na 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 bum 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 bada dun 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 rum bum bum dun 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 bum bada bum bum do 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 dun 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 ba bum dun 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 ba-da-da-dun, dun, 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 ba-da-da-dun, dun, 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 dun. Bum, 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 bum. Do, 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 You know, just for the stream, I'll do I'll do one more short story. This one is goodness. I want to say it's not even a page. It's like half a page. It's very short. Uh, this one is a little inspiration. I think this was one of the first things that I actually wrote. Uh, to get me in the mindset of like I guess horror, because usually I try to like write happy stuff, but I'm currently in a horror kick right now, so I'm writing horror. So this was one of the first ones. When days turn to night. I know, right? When days turn to night by Al Chacon. Half a page, guys. They come in the dead of night. Not a sound can be heard. For once you, sorry, for once you hear the flap of wings, your time alive is surely wean. They swoop and they spin and they grab all they can. The mothers weep, the fathers plea. Please don't take them away from me. They kept up their sweep and stole some more children. The people hid, but the worst is yet to come. The creatures stalked all at night, their bellies full with sure delight, their skin like tar, burnt and crisp, jagged jaws and vicious teeth, resembling those of children's worst nightmares. As people flee from their homes and try to hide all alone, the morning sun begins to break in the distance. The creatures begin to burst into flames, touching down on the floor. The survivors begin to emerge. People begin to cheer, for they thought it was finally over. But the creatures stood up and started to split, for they knew they needed to feed. For when the day broke, the metamorphosis spoke, and the creatures had a new flock to feed. Their wings were gone, and their skin began to fall off. You could see the flames wrapped and engulfed around their bones. People stood still in shock and disbelief, comprehending the horrors that they just witnessed. Some tried to flee, some tried to hide, for it was almost feeding time. For when days turn to night, the cycle takes flight, and not a sound can be heard by the following night. That was that was when days turn to night. So it's a bunch of winged creatures taking over a small town. I like to think of it like 30 Days of Night, but they're not vampires. And it all happens literally within a day and a half. These creatures are vicious. They're bony, flameless creatures that have two. So they have a night mode and they have a day mode. So the creatures have a again, like I said, metamorphosis. So again, night mode, day mode. uh, I think that's pretty good. I'm just gonna keep writing some more for help wanted. Do 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 do. Ba ba ba. Da-na-na-na-dun-da-da-dun-dun-dun-dun. Bum bum ba bum bum ba-da-da, bum ba-da, bum ba-da-da, bum ba-da-da, dun, dun, dun. Mm. Ba ba bum bum bum. Mm, 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 mm. Just for you guys, I'll do one more. Just one more. um, I have like a lot of these, by the way. I have a lot of one-off stories. I just love writing. I love just coming up with like really fun, creative ideas. This one is called a chair. This one I got inspiration from because I believe I saw a scary YouTube video. I don't know if you guys ever seen it, but it's just a random chair, like it's like a green hues, just a random chair rocking chair, I believe, and it has like the Grudge, or not the Grudge. It has the lady from The Exorcist that pops out and scares you. I got inspiration from that, watching that short little video. This one's called The Chair. Ooh, my next neighbors is going crazy. Ooh, I feel so bad. Oh boy. Mm-mm-mm. In the woods, it calls to you. Follow, follows, falls for you. Wait, what the? I don't think this is the correct one. Hold on, guys. I think this was the first one I did of the chair. Hold on. I believe I did the updated version. All right, I think I found the correct one. In the woods, it calls to you. Follow, falls for you. You hear the sounds. You run to find a chair. You look as. Mm, I don't know. Is this still the other one? I'm trying to think. I have two versions of this story, guys, so bear with me. I'm trying to see if this is the correct one. Do 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 do. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to find the updated version of this. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to trying to find the. Is this not the correct one of the chair? Hold on. Oh boy. I wonder if you guys can hear the my neighbors. They're really loud. All right, here we are. Okay. Oh, sorry, guys. I'm trying to find the actual version one. It's really. I don't know what the heck happened. Oh boy. Hold on, guys. Uh, Give me 1 second. Give me 1 moment. I have to go pick up some things. Whew. When it comes to homework, I am a stickler. Yes. Let's see. Let's see if I can find that last book. Not last book. Oh my gosh, the last short story. I'm trying to. I only see the like the first ones. I did like revisions to the story, so I'm trying to find it. Do 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 do. I can't find the revised thing, so I had to remind myself what was in the revision for the chair. So give me a second, guys. All right, guys, I'm sorry about that. I just couldn't find the revised version of this. Uh, uh, I just fixed all the grammatical errors because I had a lot in the original copy of this. So here is the revised version of the chair. Hopefully it makes sense. I I will try my best to find the revised version. But this is what you guys get for the short story. The Chair by Owl Chacon. In the woods it calls to you to follow. You hear the sounds get louder and louder. You run to find a chair. A chair, you say, as you look upon it. Sit upon me, it calls out again, for you to sit, but you disobey and run away. During the night it calls to you until you can't take it no more. So you go back to the woods to find it once more. You hesitate when you finally find it. You get closer and closer. You eventually sit right down. Your vision fades to black. You cannot see or move anymore. Your wicked throne of binds and chains, you begin to cycle through different scenes of horrible things that I can't comprehend or describe, for that sheer terror might not fly for such sweet souls that find this rhyme. You may not sleep for months on end. Just know this cycle never ends. The creatures get closer and closer every time until there's no more of you to find. The chair again waits and sets its traps. Could you survive when it calls out to you? For when you need a chair, will it be there to pray? I pray it doesn't call to you, for it only calls out to the wickedness of people. Again, I had a revised version, so I had like more stuff. But essentially, when you sit down on the chair straps your ass in, and you basically see a whole bunch of monsters. And it's pretty much like I want to say like a Venus flytrap sort of situation. You can't get off the chair, so it's essentially you're basically, I want to say like you're basically stuck until the monsters get you. And then you're not stuck anymore, but you're gone. And that's the chair. If I could find the if I can find the actual revised version of this story that I have, I will I will do another I'll do another version of it. But so right now, no, this is the original. So I know I had like a lot of grammatical errors. I try to make it rhyme a lot. So I know in the new revised version, when I actually the one I actually made, um, I took out a lot of the and I actually described some of the scenes. So the screams of pure terror and horror. But I only have the original. I'm so sorry, guys. The neighbor's dog is barking again. Oh, also, guys, on this note, besides the horror stuff, I'm also creating some stuff for children as well. So both the adults and the children get to have a little something. Um, the shorts. It's not a short story. It's more like a movie. So I'm doing. I'm creating three movies. Yeah, it's crazy, right? But those will be later down the road. So those are gonna be like other. I'm oozing with I'm oozing with ideas, guys. I really have. But the it's called I don't know if I can name it since I don't hmm, it's very far away. But I would say it's a I want to say it's like a rock and roll story, almost like a fake biopic of a fictional band. That's all I can say. Uh, but when I have it later down the line, I have the synopsis actually of all three films, which is crazy if you think about it. I just got to create them. Uh, I have the beginning, middle, and end. I always do this. I have the beginning, middle, of end. It's always the sandwich in betweens. And that's what I'm working on for all of these projects. It's the sandwiches in betweens. I'm looking through all my little stories and I'm like, which one can I say? Like, which one can I tell? 'Cause there's some ones that are not one-off stories that I'm working. Hmm. Hmm. Do. I have a lot of synopsises I'm working on for a bunch of stories. You know what? Uh, I'm looking, and I'll end this. Oh my God, it's an hour and 13 minutes already. I'm gonna end the stream on another little short story. It's about 2 pages. This one is this one was my first ever children's story that I wrote. I still wanna. I have it out on the internet, but I want to actually put it in a book. I think it'll make a cute little children's book, like for I want to say like for maybe 2 or 3 year olds. Uh, I'll read it right now. When You Follow a Cat by Owl Chacon. When the cat is in the house and is bored on all mittens, it scurries and flurries trying to look out the window. She peers through, daydreaming, but what about? When nightfall comes, way after you fall asleep, your cat escapes the your cat escapes out the house. Where does it go? Would you follow? Would you like to know? When you follow a cat, what will you see as you try to keep up with that nimble thing? She stops 2 blocks down in a neighbor's backyard. You peek over and see a pool party was on. At least 14 cats having fun next to the pool. The cats didn't stay long. She zoomed out fast. Let's try to keep up as best as we can. When you follow a cat, make sure to be stealthy. They might hear us coming. Then you'll miss what I seen. The cat getting on a boat dressed up like a pirate. I couldn't believe what I saw as we got on the boat without being seen by them all. When you follow a cat, they have pirate adventures and scour the seas and help people in need. All before we wake up. They all before we wake up, they make it back to the house as if nothing had happened on their night out. You tell your parents, but they don't believe, so you try to get evidence the next time the cat leaves. You wait till night you wait till nighttime and follow them out. But they're going somewhere different. Not sure where what could be there. But as soon as we get close, the cat flies out. But as soon as we get close, the cat flies out of the ground. An underground bunker. Wow, what a sound. A little UFO pops out of a little UFO pops out of the ground. My cat's a space cat and goes on adventures when I'm not around. When when I'm not around. She zooms back to the house all before 8. I confronted my cat the following day. And she said I was dreaming. How could I do all these things? She told me I saw. And as we think of all we've been through, a thought came to my head. How can she talk all this time? And before I could think, I woke up in bed. Was it only a dream? Was it all in my head? As I stare at my cat with a grin on her face. About time you woke up. I'm starving. Make haste. I hunger for food and I won't wait past 8. So get going or you'll be late. Sorry, I kind of fumbled at the last second there. All the rhyming got me at the last second. It's a cute little story. It's about thinking like, what would happen if you actually followed your cats? Like if you let them out in the middle of the night, what would you see? And it's a cute little short kid story. Adorable, right? Space cats, space pirates, pirate cats, a cat party. Amazing. And with that, I think I'm done writing for the day. I've wrote about a page and a half for Help Wanted. I I I'm really having a hard time with like conversational pieces because a show needs conversational pieces, you know? Just so hard to come up with good conversations. With that being said, thank you guys for joining me, and thank you if you're watching this at a later date on YouTube as well. If you guys want to know about more about Help Wanted, just leave a comment, and I'll try to answer as best as I can without giving any spoilers away. But again, as soon as I can get the first 13 episodes finished, I'm hoping to do a Kickstarter campaign to actually get the show up and running, or at least the first 13 episodes. So hopefully, I don't know yet if it's going to be a live action thing or animated, depending on budget, because, I'm broke. uh, so yeah. On that note, I'm thankful that you guys joined me, and I'm thankful that if you guys are watching at a later time. With that being said, thank you guys for watching. My name is Nerdy Night Owl, and goodbye. Have a wonderful day, guys.